Senator from Alabama.
Thank you. Over the past week and a half, the world's greatest deliberative body has discussed and debated the Laken Riley Act. I have taken to the Senate floor multiple times, as have several of my Senate colleagues, to impress upon our fellow lawmakers just how important it is to pass this bill, to protect American families, to keep criminals off our streets. The reason we're all here today is to consider the Laken Riley Act. And really, it is out of a sense of duty, a moral obligation to honor Laken, her life, and her legacy. A life cut far too short at the hands of an illegal alien who committed the most heinous crime we can possibly imagine. And a legacy that continues and will continue to live on. Laken Riley, as my colleagues know, was an exceptional 22-year-old. She was a beloved daughter, an extraordinary friend, a shining beacon of light who truly lived out her faith. She was a nursing student who wanted to help people. She had big goals and aspirations. She had hopes and dreams to strive for over the course of her life that will never have an opportunity to become a reality. And that is because of the Biden-Harris open border policies. Her killer was allowed to roam free in our country, despite having been apprehended at the border and committing multiple crimes after being paroled into the United States interior. Then he reached the darkest depths of criminality and took Laken from this world 330 days ago. Last week on this same floor, I read the words of Allison and John Phillips, Laken's mother and stepfather. They described in heartbreaking detail the joy Laken brought to everyone fortunate enough to know her in their lives. They said, not only did the people who knew and loved Laken lose a beautiful soul, but so did our world. This didn't have to happen. Jose Ibarra shouldn't have been anywhere near Laken on February 22nd, 2024. He should have never been in the United States. And once he had committed a crime, and on multiple occasions, he should have been detained by ICE until he was removed from our country. If he had, Laken would still be with us today. That is why we need to pass the Laken Riley Act. As elected representatives, our greatest responsibilities are to listen to the will of the American people, to keep the American people safe and secure. And on November 5th of last year, the American people made their voices heard, and they were very clear. They told all of us in Washington that they would no longer put up with the crimes like the one Jose Ibarra committed, the one that stole Laken from her loved ones. The American people deserve, and they delivered a verdict, and they deserve results. We have irresponsible, open border, soft on crime policies, and that must end. It is our duty to turn their cries into action, to respond to the clear message that they sent, to honor the charge they delivered. That is the purpose of American democracy. And just as the purpose of our democratic republic is to turn the will of the people from desire to law, the purpose of our government, the most basic function our country has, is to protect its citizens. That is what the Laken Riley Act does. It will help ensure other families will not have to endure the pain of a criminal, illegal alien inflicted on Laken and her loved ones. This bill will prevent countless nightmares so daughters like Laken can go on a jog and not have their dreams forever stolen from them. I am proud to have bipartisan support for this bill, and I am grateful for Senators John Fetterman and Ruben Gallego, who have decided to sign on as co-sponsors. I am heartened to see so many of my Democratic colleagues come out in favor of this common sense, straightforward legislation. But we can't lose focus now. We are so close to the finish line, so close to delivering results for the American people, for the voters who sent us here, and for Laken and her family. So now to my fellow senators, let's do right by the American people. Let's heed their call, help keep them safe, and pass this bill. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.